Okay, we're going to do a little bit about taking and turning an image into black and white. I'm going to open up a file, go to File, Open, and then go down here to the image I want to open that I had on my desktop. Just some quick information. This here, the eyedropper in the corner, is your color picker. If you click on that and then click down here on your swatch, you'll notice every time I click, the color changes over here. And what that is telling me is when I click on, let's say, this spot of my shirt here, it is creating that color for that one little pixel right there. So kind of handy tool to use and go around and pick whatever color you want, wherever you want, things like that. Now, if you click down here, show only web colors, it gives you some more choices. We're going to take that off. And in Photoshop, I know I need to do a little research in Photoshop Elements, but if I pick on a color that is not printable, in Photoshop there's a little, up here, a little triangle warning sign. It's like a little yellow warning sign with a exclamation point in it telling you that is out of printable range. So, but it does not happen to have that here in Elements. Maybe the newer version does. But anyway, you can know this is an easy way to recreate the color that you have. So anyway, I'm going to close that. That was just something that's kind of handy to know if you ever need to pick a color. As I mentioned in the PowerPoint, the worst way is to let the camera do it. The second worst way is to go up to your image and convert color to mode and go straight to grayscale and discard color information. Okay, and the reason why this isn't such a great option is that you're not able to adjust and pick and fine-tune things the way you might want to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do a file, save as, and maybe we can do some comparing later. And click OK. And then I'm going to go ahead and do File, Open. And I'm going to reopen the one I had before. Now, a better way to change the color is you go to Enhance and Adjust Color. There's also a Convert to Black and White here. You could do that. And this one is a little better. It will allow you to see changes before, after. You can adjust the reds, and you see what happens when you start adjusting things. You can adjust the greens, you know, and there's certain settings where it's telling you it's going to look better, you know, that type of stuff that you can play with. And you can see down here it's changing those things. So, you know, and then you can also physically yourself go in and move and change. And this is a tool that's in Photoshop Elements. It is not this quick and easy in regular old Photoshop. But so you can make adjustments, and you can see, make things really dark, really light. You can just go to Scenic Landscape, make small incremental changes, things like that. So, so another way to change things, and you're going to find out that everything here there's more than one way to do stuff. So that pushes the contrast up a little bit. Maybe you like that. Okay, I'm going to hit cancel. Another way to do it is under Enhance, go to Adjust Color, and this is in Photoshop as well, and do Adjust Hue Saturation. And you can change this one, but you're not going to see a whole lot of change in the end. Right now, we're seeing a lot of change, but it's the saturation. And if you go that way, too much color in, but if you bring it down this way, it goes to gray. And what this allows you to do is maybe you don't want it to lose 100% of the tones. You want a little bit of brown left, or you do want it to go all the way down. And then the hue, there's just some slight minor adjustments that are tough to pick up on. You can leave it or adjust it down. And what I really like is with this lightness, you can really kind of fine tune. And I wouldn't change it a whole lot, but you know, just enough. You know, maybe darken it up a little bit. You're getting better blacks. And there's the preview, and then you click OK. And then I can save, do a file, save as, black and white me. Keep my JPEG file as maximum as possible so you're compressing it but not as much, and click OK. So, and then when you compare them next to each other, you don't always see a huge change, but you can go to the color picker and try to pick up on some of the same areas, and maybe the darks are just a little bit darker, just a smidgen, but it might be just enough to give you what you want. You can see the tones here are just a little more richer than they are over here on the left. So that's a couple ways to switch to black and white. I'm always in favor of the one that gives you the most control. And when you are in control, then you are able to get what you want and make your image look how you want it. So take some images, practice with this. Make sure if you're playing around with your original image and you're saving it as a JPEG that you're doing a save as for your first save, so you're not destroying your original. Otherwise you'll end up destroying your original. But you should have it backed up somewhere else, so it shouldn't be a huge issue. It's just kind of a pain to go and find it. And then also realize every time you do a save when it's a JPEG, you're going to run into a problem. A good habit. So I will talk about other good habits on our next one, and keep practicing with this and have a good time.